What's going on, Jets fans? It's your boy DT back with a quick midweek injury update for the team. Aaron Glenn spoke at the podium today, said basically what fans were fearing for, but expecting. Justin Fields is going to be out. Concussion, suffered in week 2 against Buffalo. Tyrod Taylor had to come in and clean up the final 2 drives of the week 2 game. He is now slated to start week 3 when the Jets travel down to Tampa Bay. Couple things. I think one, obviously, the pass game could see a boost, right? Obviously, nobody played worse than Justin Fields in week 2, 3 for 11, 27 yards. Tyrod Taylor in 2 drives finished with the same amount of pass attempts as Justin Fields did for 3.5 quarters. So I do think the pass game is going to receive a bit of a boost. So Garrett Wilson could see an uptick in production, perhaps one of the tight ends. The running back should be getting involved more in the pass game just based on the way that Tyrod can play with timing in the offense. He gets to the back of his drop, he'll throw it. If he's hot, meaning a blitz coming to one side, he will throw hot and mitigate that blitz by throwing it into the voided area of the defenders. So I do want to see an uptick, or should expect to see an uptick in the pass game. The run game is going to suffer quite mightily. And after last week's performance, teams are going to key in on the run. So what are the tendency breakers that Tanner Engstrand can do with Tyrod Taylor under center to mitigate the defenses keying in on the run so well like Buffalo did? I personally think the loss of Josh Reynolds last week played a huge factor in that. If there was one wide receiver who I felt confident in picking up a cornerback blitz, it would have been 83, and he was just not on the field, missing week 2 with a hamstring injury. So hopefully he's back. I do think that if that starts to become the norm against the Jets offense, Josh Reynolds is probably the only hope in stopping that in terms of a run blocking perspective. Garrett Wilson just seemed to forget that cornerbacks can blitz on certain plays. He looks lost as a blocker. The tight ends are doing well, but Tyler Johnson started off the preseason okay blocking. It's been meh since, and Allen Lazard is just a waste of space. You're probably better off playing one of your tight ends in that role, maybe Stone Smart. So I do not expect a lot of great things from the run. Obviously, I think Breece Hall can still get after it and be productive. You're not going to see the East-West version of the run game that the quarterback element with Justin Fields brought, where he's going to do the zone reads and keep and try to beat the end man of line of scrimmage to the perimeter and try to cut up field. We're just not going to see that with Tyrod Taylor. Even on the plays that he had to scramble in week 2 against Buffalo, it was not great for Tyrod Taylor. He went down pretty early on contact. Obviously, he gave himself up multiple times trying not to sustain an injury, but that's the fear with Tyrod. Every time he scrambles or takes a hit, is that going to be the last one for him? And I don't want to be one hit away from Brady Cook entering an NFL game in week 3, but seems to be where we're at right now. AG said that they're still evaluating the other injuries, Nwangu, Reynolds, who I mentioned before, a couple others that were popping up on the injury report. Michael Carter, they signed DB Nick Needham yesterday, so there might be some questionable availability for Michael Carter the second in the slot, and perhaps they need to rely on guys like Malachi Moore, Isaiah Oliver, and newcomer Nick Needham to kind of take up that slot spot if he does not go Sunday. So just a quick injury update. Not great news for Justin Fields. We shall see what Tyrod Taylor can bring to this offense. Who knows? The most Jets thing right now would be for them to go out and beat Tampa Bay and then probably drop one to Miami. But we can get down that road when we need to. I'll be back tomorrow with a guest to talk about some of the defensive shortcomings, where the hell they can go to fix it. Does it include a play calling change? We'll get into that and much more tomorrow night, so stay tuned right here on the channel. Like the video, subscribe if you are new. We are about 50 subscriptions away from 1,000, so we're making that final push. I certainly appreciate it. Once again, let's go Jets. No Fields, Tyrod Taylor in. Got to hope for the best. We'll talk soon, Jets fans.